in pursuit, using the center lanes out here. Extremely fast speeds, especially for these surface streets out here, and going into oncoming traffic, cutting around this corner here. I'll get you a street in just a second, but again, you can see this guy making a great effort to stay away from LAPD this afternoon as he's being pursued by them. Again, you can see this vehicle right now working its way back eastbound away from the downtown area. And again, this is a pursuit of a vehicle possibly stolen, coming up on a cross street right there. Whoa, look at that, cutting a couple of people off. He was on 6th Street, now we're working our way south again. You can see that this vehicle really starting to endanger the public out here as he's making these maneuvers, cutting people off, and basically going the wrong way when he needs to. Again, we can see that this vehicle, again, whoa, look at that, swerving right there, going through red lights. Again, LAPD is actually so concerned about this right now, they're deciding to go into tracking mode. We've heard them do this before, they back off. Hopefully this guy will slow down. But again, this person right now, we're assuming it's a male driver, again, driving extremely fast out here.
Oh, this is...
And again, southbound Mateo, wrong side of the road, very close right there, just going underneath the 10 freeway. Again, wrong side of the road, and a stolen vehicle, LAPD right now going into tracking mode. Pat and Paul?
All right.
Whoa!
Yeah, this guy is driving unbelievably fast. Is there more than one person in this vehicle? Can you tell?
Right now we only know about the driver, but again, westbound on Washington right there, you saw that crazy move this guy made. Again, is on Olympic right now, extremely high speeds, wrong side of the road, been running solid red lights. Look at this, oncoming traffic again, locking up the brakes. You see these pedestrians running out of the way, swerving to working his way southbound. Again, we can get a little bit closer right now. He positioned himself so that we can see one driver obviously in the vehicle. I can't make out anybody else in the car right now. But again, look at these speeds, look at these dangerous maneuvers, staying on the wrong side of the road right now, and basically just going as fast as he can. LAPD in tracking mode. Be very clear about that. See another officer, whoa, right between these guys. This is very, very dangerous. Imagine yourself driving on this road right now, this guy driving 50 miles an hour, coming at you. Look at cutting through the traffic. Again, very crazy out here this afternoon.
Stu, what kind of speeds are we talking about? Can you get a sense of that either from being up in the in-sky too, or are you hearing anything from LAPD?
Paul, they're talking about his speeds 50 to 60 miles an hour. And again, look at this, just basically making these crazy turns, trying to get away from him. Again, LAPD saying not in pursuit right now. They're tracking this guy. And I'm going a little bit wider. I don't want to miss anything if something comes to an end, but I want to show the viewers LAPD not behind him right now. Basically, this guy just is driving like a maniac. There are no police cars behind him right now. A helicopter definitely is above him. We're above him, but there's no way that he's going to know this. Still on southbound Alameda, again, wrong side of the road. He's driving on the northbound lane, southbound Alameda. Again, these speeds extremely dangerous. We've seen some crazy maneuvers out here. I can tell you, if I was in one of those cars going northbound, my heart would have skipped a beat. I can imagine what it's like for any of these other people out there. Again, this guy seems to be slowing down a little bit. Maybe their tactics are working. We see some brake lights coming on. But again, still, look at that, how close he's getting to other cars, pushing his way through there. Again, I've got to take a look. I don't know if those dents were there when this thing started. He may have made contact with a couple of vehicles. LAPD is saying we're coming up on Vernon right now, blew through another solid red as he's working his way southbound now. Speeds maybe a little bit slower. LAPD not in pursuit. Just they were earlier on, but because of this driving maneuvers and the danger to the public, they've backed off. They're just watching this guy, but his driving techniques have not improved at all.
This is terrible, and this looks like something that could really end very, very badly. Stu, let's get a sense of where some freeway arteries are here, because it looks like he's trying to get away no matter what. Is there a ramp coming up or a freeway that he can possibly get on? And
definitely not. We are on Alameda. If you drive it in the LA area, Alameda is basically right in the middle. of both of the major freeways. Way off to the west is going to be the 110. Way off to the east is going to be the 710. If he continues on, eventually, look at this, coming up on some major traffic there and driving the wrong way in traffic, basically trying to push his way through here.
And they moved out the way,
look
too.
Look at this. And just pushing his way through on the center median again. I'll get you a street, but again, working his way well into the downtown area. We're going to be getting into the Huntington Park area, I can tell you that. Now we're working our way eastbound. He's kind of heading towards the 710. Major freeways, not in this area. Not at all right now. The only thing he's got right now are going to be surface streets, major surface streets, and going through Santa Fe. And again, excuse me, just driving these crazy speeds, pushing his way through these areas, definitely in tracking mode. I'm listening to LAPD in one ear, and they're telling their officers, back off. They have backed off, and we were on Slauson, now we're on Pacific, southbound Pacific Avenue. This is going to be one of those major arteries through Huntington Park, the Huntington Park area. This is the area where it's kind of like the old downtown, where there's a lot of pedestrians out here. Look you can see this driver. Look at this guy making a left turn. Whoa, right there.
Wow.
Right there, he TC'd.
That
That's
was
called a traffic collision. He hit that car.
And still didn't, and
And
it is
still going.
Well, you know, that was inevitable, though, Stu. The way that guy was driving, we just knew that something like that was going to happen, and hopefully they can.
Whoa!
Get tagged there.
Yeah, this
Did
guy's
he hit
luck
another car?
definitely running out. No, he didn't. Got really close. He swerved. The car kind of went, his car a little bit went sideways. Looks like we're getting into a residential neighborhood right now. Speed slowing down quite a bit. People backing up. Again, his speeds slowed down. I'm trying to do a couple things right now. I'm looking out the window. I want to see if LAPD is even in the neighborhood right now. I don't want to get away from this car. The helicopter overhead calling it out. But again, passing gauge right there. That was a major. And it's continuing southbound residential neighborhood. He's already been in one major, I would call that a major collision, as he hit that truck head on pretty much. Front end damage to the vehicle, but it seems like all four tires are still solid. And continuing southbound. Look at that skateboarder right there, again on the wrong side of the road. You know, this is very dangerous. Oh, there we go. Oh, there, and he's trying to continue.
Going. Well,
this.
You know what?
You got to worry about that guy in that car.
We can't even possibly just determine the charges that are being racked up against this guy. I mean, first of all, the 6 months for fleeing police, but now he's got several reckless and maybe even assault with a weapon being his vehicle, seeing how he just purposely ran into those two cars.
Didn't run, no doubt. Stu, this is some of the craziest driving that we've seen.
There's a person he almost hit.
Yeah, some of the craziest driving we've seen. And was the original call, did you say it was simply a stolen vehicle?
Yes, originally that's what we were hearing was stolen vehicle. Wow. That's what this guy is wanted for. And again, you know, that second collision that we just saw right there, that was head on. That other vehicle sustaining a lot of damage right there. Amazing that this car's still even on the road driving. Again, you know, the LAPD definitely calling for an ambulance for that other driver. We're keeping an eye on this guy for sure. Look at this, though, twisting through these streets out here in the center lane, still moving 45 miles an hour plus 50 in traffic. LAPD helicopter still overhead calling this pursuit, working our way on a major again, southbound. That was Florence we were on, getting a little bit more of a picture of the damage to that vehicle. It does seem like it got hit right on the side there, but it doesn't seem that bad. Amazing. But again, this guy's still going. And again, people on the roads out here, pedestrians, and it's just amazing that, you know, I mean, it isn't anymore. We have seen 2 crashes. Amazing nobody's been majorly injured. Again, using lanes that he's not supposed to, trying to pass. And again, just keeping up this bad driving, dangerous driving, excuse me. And again, LAPD not in pursuit. They're just following this guy.
Well, this is the point in time where you'd like to see a foot bail, you know, because no one else gets injured.
Well, it possibly could. I mean, he's on. Is he slowing down, Stu? I thought he was. Well, there's a vehicle in front of him.
Right there.
These are close residential
was because he had no place to go.
Streets. And
again,
he's driving fast through a residential area. This guy is a menace. He's a menace on the streets right now.
Very fast through a residential area. Sorry about that. We had to do a little pirouette there to keep up with this guy. Very residential, and you can see a very busy residential at this time of the afternoon. And again, California and southbound California, if you know this area, again, staying on the center divider, high speeds. And, you know, where is he going? What is he running from? That seems, you know, is the big question. You know, LAPD is following him. The helicopter is above. At these altitudes, there's no way he knows. We haven't seen a black and white, a cop car behind him in quite some time. There are some. I am looking, but it does look like all of a sudden he's looking out the window and waving to somebody over there. Perhaps he's in a neighborhood that he knows right now. But again, not giving up. We haven't seen him do anything to indicate that he's going to bring this to an end. Again, LAPD, and you know, the camera really doesn't seem to give the impression on how fast he's going. I'm looking out the window. He's still doing about 50 miles an hour through this residential neighborhood. Coming up another solid red, as I understand it, right here, and stop sign. Southbound, and I believe this is Ernest, is what I heard, is southbound Ernest from Liberty. Again, though, you can see him keeping up these high speeds.
Yeah, we can get a pretty good sense of it, Stu.
Again.
When we compare it to the cars that are traveling at the speed limit, we can get a pretty good sense of it as we enter the Southgate here. This guy is just absolutely crazy. Look at him. Look at this.
Again, this is just unbelievable here because of the danger that this person is not only putting himself in, but so many pedestrians, other vehicles on the street, and it's just no regard for anybody, life, whatever, at this point. And again, you were talking about what he could be running away from. I mean, obviously, it could be more than just going to prison. I mean, there has to be something else in terms of why this man is just driving the way he's driving. Then again, who knows? He could be possibly on something, because I can't imagine you being in your right mind and driving like this, because this is just
at those speeds at this time of the day in
unbelievable.
City area, residential areas. He just doesn't care where he is. He's just bound and determined to go as fast as he can possibly go. Look at this.
Stu, give us a sense of any kind of law enforcement. How far behind are LAPD, and are there, like, sometimes we see them on corners trying to just track the person as they're about to make a turn?
You know, in this pursuit, we started up in the Rampart area. Look at this. Whoa, there we go. Oh, there we go.
That's the third.
And he's trying to continue. There is no way this car is going to keep going very much farther. That he just hit that Toyota 4Runner. Again, Alexander, he's on a street called Alexander Southgate, like you said. Part of the answer that you needed to hear is that we have gone through so many different other cities that LAPD is not part of, so they are not really in the area. This car really starting to smoke out there. Does appear that he threw something out the window. Not sure what it was right there. Again, though, that car definitely smoking right now. It seems like something's coming off the passenger side of it, but he's really starting to come to an end. LAPD actually saying right now we need to bring this to an end. Coming to another intersection right here. This car coming apart. He's running through another intersection right there, barely missing some other vehicles. But again, this has got to come to an end soon, as this car cannot keep this up. We're coming up on another major out here, Imperial Highway. He's on the brakes right now, going into oncoming traffic again. Look at this front end. Look at this car. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
And it's certainly
been in 2 major accidents and 1 minor one, and that car's still driving.
And there's no way they could do a spike strip right now. He's going so very, very fast, and who knows which way he's going to turn. I was just hoping that he would somehow, that the vehicle would be slowed down with the collisions that he's had.
Hasn't done it to it yet. It's certainly
but doesn't seem to be the case here.
Wrong side of the road with an island. He's got no place to go right now, and basically just moving as fast as he can right here.